When I think about visiting a museum, it's not something I want to do. I think about all the rules. I think about the need to conform. I think about the need for my child to behave, to be still, not to touch things. I worry about what they might break. I worry about the other visitors they might annoy, the places that they're not meant to go, the things that they're not meant to do, and all the fun that they can't have. And I'll be honest, I'm a reluctant visitor.
We're on a journey in partnership with the Cultural Community Network, part of Leicestershire County Council, to talk with people and groups of people that are affected by some of these challenges and some of these barriers. More importantly, we're there to listen to them. And then between all of us, we sit down and we say, what can we do about this? What little changes can we make that will actually help you? My name's Sean Park. I'm a trustee with the Foxton Inclined Plane Trust, which runs the Canal Museum here at Foxton Locks. A museum is for the benefit of all the public.
What you're about to see is a few vignettes of young people brought together to show you the majesty and magic of the Foxton Locks Museum and also its surrounding areas. Even though it can be difficult for people to come out to places like this short film is to show how it doesn't have to be difficult. Rebecca and Simon have made a film to show how important it is to know what's coming and what to expect.
I came here to Foxton because I've got a love of history and I want to learn more about how canals are made and built, and I'm fascinated by the people who made things such as the incline. Foxton offers a variety of things here, such as the museum, but there's also lots of beautiful walks. If you don't like small spaces and lots of busy people, then you can come out here and watch the beautiful views and all nature around you. You can hear the birds. I think the conversation that the people in this group have been having with Sean the museum is amazing, because a lot of places don't consider other people when making, they consider them themselves. And Sean isn't autistic, but he's trying to involve people in the museum, which is amazing, how I can go somewhere and feel comfortable and not stressed about how noisy or something is. In the museum there's lots of things about the people who lived and worked on the boats. There's the pictures everywhere. They're my favourite things, so I can visualise how it happened and how it was for them to live. I'd recommend this museum to a family with autism like mine, because one of the main reasons is it's an annual pass, so if you get too stressed the first time you come here, you can come back and actually look at the museum, or you can come back at a quieter time if you're stressed about the other people.
I love to know how things work. I'm looking forward to learning more about the locks and the lift. I hope there are lots of interesting displays.
I hope there won't be too much reading. Some museums have so much detail it can be a bit too much information to deal with. Hopefully there won't be too many people inside. At least this open space outside will be nice if I feel a bit overwhelmed.
The information boards go into such detail, and the working models really explain and visualise how the canal lift used to operate.
Too much information can sometimes be overwhelming for autistic people. The museum has adapted their displays to include a summary alongside more detailed information. There are lots of short facts for me to read and plenty of interesting things to see and do.
Now Seth is taking us on a tour to see what he thinks is the best things in the museum.
I love the authenticity of this feature. It's educational, interactive, historically accurate and fun. It's competitive if I want it to be, but I can control it, which means I don't get frustrated.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Yes!
I lost again.
The mirror tunnels are really simple and uncomplicated, but fun. There are no rules and there is no right or wrong way to interact with this. I love that freedom and it helps me relax.
Give us a wave!
The working model appeals to me because I like the detail, it's accessible, and I can touch it and fiddle with it, which I love.
I think the key benefits that are coming out of this series of workshops is ultimately it's an education piece. Autism is hidden, so a lot of people don't recognise it in children or in fact in adults, and that's part of what puts the stress and the pressure on parents and families when they're visiting a place like this. So it's that awareness of A, what it is, how it presents, and also how venues need to learn how to accommodate it, to embrace it and be truly and genuinely inclusive, as opposed to pretending to be, but really not knowing what they're doing.
Autistic children have trouble with bright lights, they have trouble with loud sounds, they have trouble with overcrowding, and people taking the care to make sure that that doesn't happen makes everyone's life a lot easier. It means I can relax and think, yes, we can go to that museum, whereas previously we might have thought, no, they're not going to cope with that.
One of the things that's most important is to know that people are actually aware of things like autism, and so Foxton will score highly for me simply because it's engaging in the way it is right now. It's always a journey to improve on something like this and to learn about conditions like autism, which are not something that you can describe in one way. So you can't alter a place to be autism friendly completely, because 10 autistic people are completely different, just like everybody else is.
The ability to put autistic children and the like into museums is a rare thing, and what we've been doing here is a very good step in the right direction. It's not going to change the world, not all of the world, but maybe this bit.